what should be the aspirant mindset in UPSC preparation, what is that they're expecting from prelims, what is that they're expecting us from the mains, how we supposed to focus our preparation strategy. So just to know, anyway, let me ask a very basic question. Why do you want to prepare for UPSC, dear? Silent. Right to be silent is a fundamental right, sir. ఎందుకు యూపీఎస్సీ ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నారు? వై డూ యూ వాంట్ టు ప్రిపేర్ ఫర్ యూపీఎస్సీ, డియర్? ఏం తెలియదా? మాటలు రావా? అవునా రతమ్మా? వాట్సాప్లో గొడవలు అయ్యాయా? కమాన్ డియర్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఎనీ సబ్జెక్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ ఆస్కింగ్ వై డూ యూ వాంట్ టు ప్రిపేర్ ఫర్ యూపీఎస్సీ. వెరీ గుడ్. టు సర్వ్ ద నేషన్, సార్. Very good. Which nation, India or Pakistan? Oh, sometimes Pakistan also, sir. To serve the nation. Okay. What else? Come on, dear. What else? Why? Why you want to prepare for UPSC? Anyone answer? It's okay. Whatever you feel, you can tell, madam. It's not UPSC interview. You need not answer me, but you should have clarity for yourself what you are doing. So who came for Ashok Nagar for preparation? You only came? You only decided that you want to prepare for UPSC? Okay, let me change the question in a different way. Who is responsible for our preparation? Faculty is responsible, sir. Institutes are responsible, sir. No, sir. Friend is responsible. Why ask this question? You need not answer me. Go home, take an A4 paper and write on an A4 paper. Why do you want to prepare for UPSC? List out all that comes to your mind. The stronger the answer, the more intensive the answer, the more serious you will be towards your preparation. Because UPSC is not just a simple one-day journey. For one attempt, it takes almost 1.5 years. Prelims, mains, interview, the cycle. So throughout the journey, which guides you is this answer. Which means, why do you want to prepare for UPSC or for that matter any state services? The stronger the answer, the better the answer. It will be inspiring you every day to do your activities. So I asked a question. Who is responsible for our success in the exam, sir? You are only responsible, sir or madam. So who is responsible for our failure in the exam, sir? We are only responsible. First step, take accountability to your life. Yes? Who decided that you want to prepare for government services? You decided, or parents decided, or friends decided? Yourself. So first, own your preparation. Own your preparation meaning you are only responsible for the choices that you are making every day regarding preparation, regarding resources. So first step. Second step, have the right attitude toward the exam. So it is your attitude, not your aptitude, which determines your altitude. Em chepparu sir? It is your attitude, not your aptitude, which determines your altitude. See, same incident, different people respond in a different way. How we react, how we respond, positively or negatively, that is called as attitude. So some of you could not clear the prelims. Those students also are there in the class. Some of them are coming for the first time. And I know some of the students who could not clear the mains. So when an event happens in life, how do we react? Two events are there. So event may be positive, event may be negative. If the event is positive, we call it as success. If the event is not so favorable, we call it as failure. But actually there is nothing called success or failure. It is our mindset. Do you agree? So have the right positive attitude. What is the meaning of right positive attitude, sir? So first of all, why are they conducting exams? What is prelims? What is they are expecting in prelims? What is they expecting in mains? Why this process, sir? So before we go into all this, so I'll be spending briefly time on prelims demand, mains demand, importance of NCERT classes. Then we'll come to our subject, probably economy NCERTs before that. So some of you already know me. You attended some of the programs earlier. I think Brahmastra you attended, correct? Some students are there who attended RRP program, economy RRP program, I think so. So myself, I'm Vishnuvardhan Reddy. I have been teaching economy for last 9 years and sociology optional also. So brief history about myself. I'm in masters in MA economics and MA in sociology. I studied from Satsai University. So I worked as ACAO in Intelligence Bureau, Ministry of Home Affairs. Also worked as administrative officer in ISRO. Cleared UGC NET and AP set. I love teaching. That's the reason why I am here. Out of syllabus, no need to remember. Okay. So first, did you buy anything recently, online or offline? No shopping at all. Okay. Let's say for a festival you purchased a dress. What all parameters you consider, sir, while selecting a dress? Come on, dear. Online shopping, Amazon, Flipkart, offers, add to cart. What parameters you consider? Cost, color. Whose color? Oh, nice. Dress color as well as person color. Correct. Size, brand. Nice. Okay. A dress is very nice. Color is very good. Dress cost is just only 1 lakh rupees. How much, sir? 1 lakh rupees only. Will you buy? Why? Why, madam? Why you are saying no, sir? Not so affordable. Yes? Okay. You have gone to Koti. Offer is going on. Each dress is 9 rupees. Will you buy? Will you buy? Why? So when you feel the price is reasonable and when all your tick boxes are satisfied, then only you'll buy it. One more practical example, you and your mother are going to a vegetable shop to purchase the vegetables. So what all you consider while selecting vegetables? Freshness, taja. Oh my dear, correct. So apart from that, cost also, price also, distance also. Yes? Okay. So if you are so careful in selecting a vegetable or a dress like this, how careful UPSC should be in selecting officers for next 30 to 35 years? Obviously, who are civil servants, state services or government officers, who are they? We are handing over legitimate authority to them for next 25 to 35 years of the service, obviously. So they are also looking for certain qualities. Obviously, they are also searching for certain qualities. So what are the qualities that they are testing, sir? Prelims. All of you know that there is something called prelims. In prelims, there are 2 papers, GS paper 1, GS paper 2, correct? So in paper 1, general studies and mental ability, or no, general studies only, paper 2, CSAT, comprehension, all this, correct? So what is the testing through prelims, sir? Some of you gave attempt this year also. UPSC came up with so many surprises. 3 statements are given, 1, 2, 3 explanation. And earlier, they used to give the questions in the order of each subject. Now they jumbled and sprinkled everywhere. 5 questions economy here, 5 questions economy somewhere in the process. What is that they're expecting us from the prelims, sir? Okay, why in UPSC aspirants supposed to know about history, geography, polity, economy, S&T, current affairs? What could be the logic of it? Come on, dear. What is history? Your name has some history? Come on, dear. Your name has some history? Your surname has some history? Your phone has some history? Of course, you deleted some history. So, what is history, sir? Something happened in the past. We are learning it. to understand socio-economic conditions of at that time. Correct? Have you seen case 3 too? Jallianwala Bagh. Have you heard about something? Charminar. Did you go to Charminar? For what purpose, sir? Shopping purpose, sir. Oh, chai. Oh my God. Nice. So for somebody, Charminar is a tourist place. For somebody, Charminar is a shopping place. But it has historical significance. Hyderabad. Why the word Hyderabad is given to this city? It has some history. Yes. You can be part of history, you can create history. You can be part of history, you can create history, obviously. So many things have happened in the past which impacted our lives. So we are studying it to know what type of mistakes could have avoided. Obviously, that's the reason why we are studying history. Geography. So what are the important tourist places in and around Hyderabad? Golconda Port, Tank Bund, Ashok Nagar, Domalgoda, Indira Park. Indira Park is known for biodiversity conservation. Obviously. Any museum is there in Hyderabad? Oh, Salarjung Museum is there. Nice. Any zoo park is there? Oh, Ramoji Film City. Oh, Nehru Zoological Park. Oh my God. So what is geography? The resources which are available in that particular place. How do you use that resources for the welfare of yourself and your fellow human beings and your probably the district people? So what is geography? Forest, rivers, so landforms, climate, weather. So how do you use the resources which are available in that particular area? That's the purpose of having the syllabus called geography. Correct? Coming to polity. So what is polity, sir? Why should we study polity, sir? For an IPS officer in the training, Brown 9mm pistol is given. Also 6 bullets are given. Can he shoot whomever they want? His ex was coming on the road. He wants to shoot. Can he shoot? He can shoot with phone but not with the gun. For an individual, for a community, for a society, rules and regulations we only decided. What rules as an individual you supposed to follow? What rules an officer you supposed to follow? What rules as a government you supposed to follow? We codified ourselves. That is only is called as constitution. That is only is called as polity. So why should we follow traffic rules, sir? Suppose there is no traffic rule, there is no traffic constable, there is no traffic signal. What will happen, sir? So who decided these rules? Ourselves. For whom we decided these rules? For ourselves. So polity is kept in the syllabus to prepare a candidate to understand how system will work, how to use the rules, how to not misuse the rules, how to understand the rules. That's the purpose why polity is kept in the syllabus. Indian Constitution at work. Correct? Now coming to economy. What is economy, sir? How will you understand or how will you manage the limited resources which are available for the welfare of the community? That is the reason why economy is kept in the syllabus. Take your own family. How many are earning in the family, sir? I'm not asking neighbor's family, come on dear, your own family. Maybe mother is earning, father is earning, siblings are there, brother, sister, they are earning. How many are dependent in the family? So look at how carefully mother is managing resources. Look at how carefully father is managing resources. Tomorrow when you are posted as an IAS, as an IPS, government is going to allocate some funds to your district. 50 crore, 100 crore, 150 crore. Not our pocket money. That is whose money? Public money. How will you manage that money? Different villages have different problems. Someone want hospital, someone want college, someone want road. So how do you allocate that in the best possible manner? That's the reason why economy is kept in the syllabus. Actually, you'll be doing practical preparation of the budget after joining in services. You will be actually preparing the budget for your own department. That's the reason why economy is kept in the syllabus. S&T, science and technology. We are in the age of artificial intelligence, robotics, big data, blockchain, Internet of Things, WhatsApp governance, e-governance, digital governance. So we are Instagram age. Which age, sir? Reels age. Hi friend, chustunara. That is the age which we are there here, obviously. So how will you use the latest science and technology to simplify the governance? That is the reason why science and technology is kept in the syllabus. Look at so many accidents are happening. Flight accidents. Yes. So the purpose of the prelims exam is to test a candidate's holistic understanding of all the basic concepts. So current affairs. We know so many affairs, but not current affairs. But of course, they are part of current affairs. So what is the purpose of keeping current affairs in the exam, sir? Candidate's self-learning ability. What do you mean of self-learning ability? Some news article we are seeing, some news we are watching, are you asking the questions related to it or not? That is the purpose of keeping current affairs. So in GS paper 1, broadly, history, geography, polity, economy, S&T, current affairs, they are testing basic questions, especially in paper 1, the focus is on conceptual clarity. So UPSC is not interested in rote learning. What is the meaning of rote learning, sir? By hitting the definition. GDP, GNP, presidential elections. Questions are not based on that, dear. Did you understand what you read? That is what UPSC is throwing up a challenge. Meaning, it's not academic exam where if you just simply by heart a book, questions will come from that book. No. Question will come from the concept, not from the book. Do you understand what I am saying? If we just know the definition, that is not sufficient for UPSC prelims. Rather, understand scientifically, logically, contextually why that is in that particular chapter or in the news. That is what UPSC is interested in. Okay? So we said color, design, price. So first quality that UPSC is expecting is conceptual clarity of what you read. Okay? Second, how far you are able to link your static syllabus, which is kept in the syllabus, to the current affairs which is happening in the newspaper. What is newspaper, sir? Every day so many events are happening. Some history article, some geography article, some polity article, some economy article, some S&T article. Every day it is coming up. But to understand the current affairs, you need to have the basic understanding of the static behind it. So if you have the conceptual clarity of the static part, you'll be able to know what is happening in the newspaper. Iran-Israel conflict or some ISIS conflict or India-Pakistan or Operation Sindoor, any current affairs you take, it has some historical background also, past, what happened also we supposed to know. So aeroplane crash happened, okay, nice. So we supposed to know who are the agencies related to it, who is responsible for security, we supposed to know. So that is what is there. Link conceptual clarity with the current affairs. And earlier guessing used to work, but now UPSC is proving once again every time, if you go for wild guessing, finally roll number will be missing. What do you mean of wild guessing, sir? Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Namo Venkateshaya, Pinky Punky Panky. That will not work at all. Why it will not work at all, sir? Negative marking is there in the prelims exam. So elimination, 20-20 chance. No. Unless you have holistic understanding of the concept and the question, you cannot derive at a decisive answer. Because this year they introduced a new pattern. 3 statements are given, and in the options, first 2 statements will explain, or last 2 statements will explain the first statement or not. Earlier, out of 2 statements, if you know 1 statement, it's okay. You can go for guessing, elimination, whatever. But no, they eliminated elimination technique. What is that they're expecting? Not rote learning, full holistic understanding. Okay? So this is the basic idea of GS paper 1 prelims. I'm just saying, not to make you afraid of the exam, to understand demand of the exam. See, any game which you are playing, first we supposed to know the rules of the game. Correct? And you have to play better than anybody else to win the game. I'll give a simple story to understand how is UPSC preparation, how is competitive exams. So two friends have gone to a forest. They started relaxing. Suddenly a tiger started coming towards them. To save the life, what a person supposed to do? Go and climb the tree, sir. Nice. Trees are not there. Obviously, throw the friend to tiger, sir. Oh my God. You need not run faster than a tiger. You have to run faster than your friend to save your life. You need not run faster than tiger. You have to run faster than your friend because tiger catches whom? Friend, obviously. So, exams are like that, competitive exams. You need not get 100 out of 100, 200 out of 200. No. Compared to an average student, if you get extra, in each subject 1 mark extra, you are in the list. You do understand the demand of the question, demand of the exam. So compared to an average normal student, if you are able to score little bit extra in each paper, you are the topper. It is so easy to say, but very difficult to follow. Second paper, comprehension CSAT. I don't know what UPSC is doing. Very unfortunate to say this. Every year, CSAT paper is becoming tough and tougher and tougher. And in fact, they are giving some of the aptitude questions up to CAT exam also. Bank exam, SSA exam. Maybe we are not sure. But in qualifying nature only. So tomorrow when you actually join in the service, you have to communicate. You have to write. So when you are drafting a law, when you are preparing a public press conference, people should know what you are writing. That's the reason why mains exam is kept. Essay, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, optionals. Yes. What is the testing in mains answer writing, sir? You write to know what you think. You write to know what you think. Yes, sir, you studied so much of topic. At the end, what did you understand? What is your reflection on the topic you are trying to communicate? It's like you are watching a movie. Your friend is asking how was the movie. You watch the movie for 2.5 hours. How much time you will take to explain that movie? Maximum 2 minutes, 3 minutes, less than 1 minute. Same logic is applied in mains answer writing. It's okay, you studied so much of knowledge. But how will you consolidate in a concise, precise way which UPSC demands? We are used to write degree exams, we are used to write PG exams. So what is our habit of writing? Whatever question they ask, we will write whatever we know. What is global warming, sir? Warming of the globe is called as global warming, sir. What is climate change, sir? Change in climate is called as climate change, sir. That's the reason why UPSC came up with negative marking, penalty marking even in the mains answer writing also. Did you understand what I am saying? Recent trend. If irrelevant answer is written, gas is written in the answer sheets. So examiner has kind heart to give penalty mark even in the mains papers also. Did you understand what I am saying? In a polity question is asked about, discuss Lokpal. You are writing about Bahubali story. Minus 10 marks only. Because after reading our answer, examiner is admitted into hospital. Do you understand? So GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, essay, ethics. Of course, UPSC is failing in ethics because IAS officer is caught red-handed while taking bribe of just 10 lakhs. See, 10 lakhs is bribe at all. Foolish fellow. If at all you take bribe, 1000 crore, 10,000 crore, 5,000 crore, that's fine. Yes? No, sir. Judging what is right, what is wrong from society perspective, that is called as ethics. Correct? So through mains, what is the testing, sir? A candidate's holistic understanding, clarity in writing, coherence in writing. So personality test. Your personality is not just formed in a single day. It has been formed over a period of time through socialization process. Because of parents, because of friends, because of school, because of value system, your personality is developed. After class is over, Somebody met with an accident on the road. Will you help? Will you help? At least for UPSC interview answer. Will you help? Definitely. But not everybody is helping. That is their value system. That is their personality. So this is what UPSC is testing. They have a tick box. Okay, basic conceptual clarity to eliminate the non-serious candidates. Prelims is conducted. To know the clarity of the thought and consolidation answer writing skills, mains is kept. Whether he is a team leader or not, whether he has that inspiring personality qualities or not, whether he can accommodate, because as a district collector, you are not just working alone, you are working with superiors, you are working with subordinates. Will you fit in the group system or not? That is what they are testing. So if somebody is near to all these qualities, they will be inside the list. If somebody is not having, we have to improve. So it's a continuous process. So at each stage, I asked a question. Why do you want to prepare for UPSC? This answer is going to guide you. Okay? So this is the demand of the exam. At prelims level, what they are expecting? At mains level, what they are expecting? Of course, in personality test, they cannot judge a personality in half an hour. But some visible qualities are displayed through our behavior, through our answer, what is going on in our mind. Okay? Agreed? So this is the demand of the exam. So you came to Ashok Nagar with a dream. So you want to become an IAS officer. That's a dream. But if you have specified a time target limit, that is called as goal. Yes dear, you want to become an IAS officer. By when sir? 2047? No sir. Age limit will be over sir. 2030? No sir. Allah pelli chestar sir. So have a specific deadline. At least 2 to 3 years exclusively you want to give dedicated time with heart and soul to a particular exam. Maybe of your choice. I am not defining that. According to your family background, your financial background, 2 to 3 years. Ideally 2 to 3 attempts. Exclusive, dedicated, complete preparation. Okay? This is the demand of the exam. Now, most of the students face problem in understanding the subjects because the basic concepts are not developed properly. Meaning, most of us are from science background and most of us are from BTech backgrounds. I would say BTech refugees. So whatever. Most of us are from science background. So after 10th standard, we never touched this history, geography, polity, economy, all that. That was not there at all. Now again, we have to learn the basic concepts. Why NCERT foundation course, sir? So in intermediate mathematics, paper 1, paper B, we solve very difficult theorems, remember? But what were the basics for that? Addition, subtraction, deletion, modification, Bodmer's rule. Heard about that? That were the basics only? Exactly. Before you start UPSC journey for general studies directly, don't jump into the preparation. Learn the basic from each subject first, right? When I say learn the basic from each subject, right, not by hearting of the definitions. Understanding of the term correctly, scientifically, logically. If you know the meaning of it, if you understand the theme correctly, you will be able to derive the questions based on the understanding. So this year, so many questions came based on just conceptual clarity of the theme, both in all the subjects. Okay? So this is a brief idea. What is they're expecting in prelims? What is they're expecting in mains? I'll spend some time on optional selection also because some of you are new students. Sir, what criteria we should consider in selecting an optional? First and foremost is your interest. So I would say optional is like girlfriend or boyfriend, or good friend or best friend. Why sir? Throughout our UPSC journey, optional is going to play a crucial role. So first, interest. How do I know which subject I am interested, sir? First list out 1, 2, 3 according to your choice. In online, take a PDF, read any material from that particular optional for 2 to 3 hours. Try to make a summary out of it. Also try to look at the questions which are asked from that particular topics. If you are enjoying the learning, if you are able to write the summary properly, if your answer is at least in sync with the demand, then you can go for that particular optional. So initially it takes time, but don't be in hurry to jump. Don't take an optional because somebody else is taking optional. Don't take an optional because I am saying it, take it. No, because ultimately you have to decide according to your thought process, your academic background, your interest, scoring potential, availability of the resources. So, and last 4 to 5 years, how the trend pattern is observed. So, put a tick box. Interest, score, how much is the average score? 290 to 320 plus. Third, your wavelength, meaning your personality, your educational background, your attitude is inclined towards certain thought process. See, somebody is good at by hearting and reproducing the answer as it is. For them, certain XYZ optional is suitable. Somebody is good at just read and write in their own way. For them, different optional is suitable. Now, for someone, they are good at solving the problems. For them, some specific optional is suitable. So, you do your own SWOT analysis. Don't be in hurry. So, once you get a clarity, so then arrive at a particular optional. So, interest, scoring potential, syllabus, resources, availability of faculty and mentor, and hand-holding approach. Someone should be there to tell you whether your answer is correct or not, whether your answer should be according to the demand of the exam or not. If all these are available, you can go for that particular optional. Okay. So, this is all about brief history. Why UPSC? What are the steps in UPSC? Now, coming to today's specific class, NCERT Economy Foundation classes. So, before that, and one more challenge that we face to find out what is important in newspapers, sir. See, initially we get a dilemma. We feel everything is important in the newspaper when we start reading first, correct? So, this is my Telegram ID, IAS Educare. So, in this Telegram ID, daily I am posting current affairs also, topic wise, polity current affairs, economy current affairs, geography current affairs, S&T current affairs. Daily I am posting one mains question also, answer also. Plus, so if you don't have time, suppose you don't know, you did not read the today's newspaper. What are important for the exam, sir? Subject wise, folder is created. Polity, economy, geography, S&T, social issues. So you can just browse through it. And if you want to do mains answer writing also, daily morning I'll be posting one question and I'll be giving the framework also. Evening I'll post the model answer also. So you can just check how far our preparation is relevant. If any article is there in the newspaper, any value addition material is there in the newspaper, previous questions, all these are posted. You can just join whenever you are free. The Telegram ID is IAS Educare, EDUCARE. Now, apart from that, now coming to NCERT Foundation classes. Sir, why do we need NCERT Foundation classes, sir? Some of you already taken coaching, twice, thrice also in some other institutes. Some of you completed GS Foundation classes also. I am telling, take time to build up the concepts. See, 6th standard, there was a concept. 7th standard, there was a concept. 8th standard, there was a concept. If you study our academic books, slowly, gradually, from basic to advanced knowledge is built. Same process we have to do for NCERT classes. Now, first, should we read all the NCERTs from 1st standard to 10th standard, 6th standard, 12th standard, sir? Answer is, depending upon the subject, depending upon your knowledge, depending upon your grasping power, you only can decide. Why, sir? For example, to understand, for economy, you need not read all the NCERTs because in UPSC syllabus, Indian economy is kept. Microeconomics is not there. Syllabus itself is not there. So, let me give a basic idea. What is economy? Why should we study economy? What is the role of economy in prelims and mains? So, all of you know that in GS paper 1, Indian economy. So, around 15 to 20 questions are asked. In GS paper 1, general studies, 15 to 20 questions, roughly around each 2 marks. In mains, in which paper you come across economy, sir? Come on, dear, did you see the syllabus? General studies paper 3, economic growth and development and science and technology. General studies paper 3, around 140 plus marks you are going to get from economy syllabus. You may like it, you may not like it, but you have to get minimum basics to clear the exam. So what I advise, before you start your preparation, do SWOT analysis of general studies. What do you mean of SWOT analysis of general studies, sir? In GS paper 1, identify your negative areas, identify positive areas, identify equal areas. What do I mean by negative areas, sir? Subjects which you are not comfortable, or the topics you are not comfortable. See, somebody is from BA Political Science. For him, polity will be easy. Obviously. Somebody from Science and Technology background. For him, economy will be difficult. For everybody, economy is difficult. Because economy faculty has to take the blame anyway. Yes? So, first identify which are your negative areas. I mean to say, which subjects you are not so good at, which chapters you are not so good at. Positive areas. Based on your educational background, based on your understanding, you are good at some subjects. Equal areas. Your friend is also okay, you are also okay with it. What is the game of the prelims, sir? Game of the prelims is simple. Easy to say but difficult to follow. Don't ignore your negative areas completely in the preparation. Initially try to spend most of time with your negative areas to get minimum marks. In our positive area, maximize the score as much as possible. Equal area, just be equal. For someone, history may be negative. For somebody, geography may be negative. For somebody, economy may be negative. For somebody, polity may be negative. For some, blood may be negative. For some, attitude may be negative. For some, entire paper is negative. We have to do our own SWOT analysis. So, you are good at which subject, you are not so good at which subject. Do I know or you know? Only you supposed to know. Take this year 2025 UPSC prelims paper. Find out where you are lagging. Someone who started preparation just now, for them everything is negative only. Correct? So, this is the game of the prelims. Mains, you can guess the themes. Repeated themes are coming in the questions. You can guess the themes. You can predict the questions. Predictability in the mains is very, very high. 80 to 85% of the questions we can guess. We can ready with the answer. But prelims is game of uncertainty because the scope of the subject is like that. Okay? Now coming to economy, economic growth, all that. What is kept in the syllabus? I told you briefly why economy is kept in the syllabus. Simple answer. Tomorrow when you join any government office, we are going to give certain funds to you. How well you manage that funds for welfare of the public. That's the reason why economy is kept in the syllabus. Okay? Now, sir, how much time it takes to build up the concept, sir? Obviously, if you are reading daily 2 to 3 hours NCERTs, we can complete in 2 months. So, once NCERT foundation is done, you can go to general studies subject. Link is created, better understanding is created. Newspaper when you are reading, you know already static part. You can understand the newspaper in a better manner. Okay? So, again, finally, before we start economy, economics, all that NCERT terms. So, UPSC is not just one day process. It's a very long process. Emotional stability is very much important. Consistency is very much important. So, every day before you go to sleep, you have to answer to one person. Who is that person? Who is the most affected person in your life? Preeti, sir. Arjun Reddy cinema lo aithe Preeti. Who is the most affected person in your life? Friend, sir. You are only dear. It is your life. It is your choice. 21 to 30 years is the most dynamic age group where your brain is functioning to the fullest capabilities. Don't deviate. Distractions will be there. But it is not over till it is over. Seen Bell Bottom movie? No? There is one very nice movie called Bell Bottom. It's a raw operation. Everybody feels that the operation is a failure and country disowns. But still, he'll not give up. He'll complete the mission and come back. So there, the final line will come. It is not over till it is over. That's movie, but applicable to UPSC preparation. Why, sir? You may face at different stages, different struggles. Prelims level, mains level, interview level. Suppose you got selected for civil services. How your friends react? How society reacts? నాకు తెలుసు ముందే నువ్వు సెలెక్ట్ అవుతావు అని. Some of the relatives will get admitted into hospital because heart attack, they are not able to bear your name. Suppose, God's sake, we did not clear the prelims in the first attempt. What is the reaction? Exam anta, prelims anta, UPSC anta, Ashok Nagar anta. Don't bother about society because society nature is like that. Success is bastard, failure is orphan. Success has so many fathers. Nobody wants to see a failure candidate. Correct? Including our own family members. They may not say it. So, what is success or what is failure is a mindset. So, finally, with enough of motivation, don't give up your preparation at any point of time. It's okay, we do not know. But don't have the blame game attitude. That's what I'm saying. It's okay, we did not clear the exam. Nothing to worry, accept it. Find out the reasons why you could not clear it. See, we did not clear the exam means somebody else has performed better than us. Accept it and try to learn. Okay, in what way I have to improve next time? If you have this correct attitude, preparation journey will become easy. But if you keep on blaming, we are not a child. Obviously, we are only responsible for our preparation. We are only responsible for our time taking. So, your physical health is important. Your mental health is important. Consistency is important. Have a plan. You want to give attempt in 2026. What to do, sir? Ideally, what a candidate is supposed to do, sir? Before December 2025, try to complete your optional one round at least. Try to complete GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4 mains answer writing at least once. Some of you are joining coaching for the first time, nothing to worry. Continue the parallelly, prelims and mains. How do you know your preparation is right track or not, sir? Whichever subject you are reading, whichever topic you are studying, PPS, Prelims Practice Series, University publications, books are available, question bank. Suppose you studied citizenship chapter from polity. How do you know whether your preparation is up to UPSC standard or not? Immediately solve previous prelims question from that topic. Immediately look at previous mains question from that particular topic. So what is UPSC standard? What is your standard? Where gaps are there? You can fill it up. So for every subject, prelims practice series, question banks are available in the market. For every subject, paper wise, Pulse, you will get a book called Pulse. Mains, content is also available, question is also available, answer is also available. So what is that a student supposed to do, sir? Suppose for you, coaching classes started, you are doing a particular subject. Immediately after the topic, not after the syllabus is over, solve previous prelims questions, look at previous mains questions, get your answer sheets evaluated. Also keep time for revision. Syllabus, previous year questions, test, notes, revision. Syllabus, previous year questions, because previous year questions are called as man ki baat of the examiner. What is in the mindset of the examiner will get a broad themes, headings, subheadings, all that. Fine? Come back to economy. So look at the syllabus. In general studies paper 1, it is mentioned economic growth and development. Simply one line is given. So we are discussing NCERTs. So NCERT Economic Foundation course. In that, in general studies paper 1 syllabus, I told 15 to 20 questions are coming. Syllabus clearly says in the notification, economic growth and development in India. That's all. But what is economic growth and development in India? How do we understand, sir? By looking at previous year questions. If you study last 10-year previous year questions which are asked from economic growth and development, broadly, we have so many topics in that. But GS paper 3 mains paper, clearly they mentioned chapter also, subheading also. In mains, GS paper 3, economic growth and development in India, chapters are given, subheadings are given. Agriculture, minimum support price, public distribution system, land reforms, crop pattern. So main syllabus is clearly defined. Headings also is defined, subheadings also is defined. Infrastructure, roadway, railway, aviation, poverty and employment, eradicating are the government welfare policies, industries, semiconductor industry, textile industry. Main syllabus is clearly defined. Chapters are there, headings are there, subheadings are there. You can guess if you are following the newspaper correctly. And coming to prelims, especially in economy, the challenge is that conceptual clarity. What is this economic growth and development that UPSC is interested, sir? If you decode the syllabus, it broadly consists of basic concepts which are mentioned. If you look at NCERT books, backside of every chapter, glossary will be there. Glossary of terms will be there at the end of each chapter. Let me clarify. Especially for economy, every NCERT book is not important. Every chapter is not important. According to UPSC syllabus, we have to take. First, a clarification. Microeconomics is not there in UPSC syllabus. What do you mean of microeconomics, sir? Charts, data, diagrams, theorems that they study for academic purpose. BA student, MA student. But UPSC clearly says Indian economic growth and development. First clarification. All NCERT books are not required for economy. Second clarification. How do we start, sir? That's the reason why today's classes. First, I am going to explain all the basic terms which are given at the backside of NCERT economy, glossary. After that, we'll be discussing the topic relevant to UPSC prelim syllabus. I mean, instead of reading a book, 9th class book, 10th class book, 11th class book, 12th class book, in economy, what I am trying to do, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th combined together for UPSC syllabus, what are the chapters? That will be our course. 20 to 25 hours we'll be trying to cover. So by the end of these classes, you'll be able to smile at economy question. Oh, intena, maaku inka ekku telusu. In exam, only two things will happen. We are smiling at the question. Our question is smiling at us. Coaching తీసుకున్నావా? చదవలేదా? So it is not about the subject, it is about how it is presented. First clarification, economy is not so difficult, it is very, very easy. You will understand. By the end of this class itself, you will understand how nice it is. Okay? But what is the syllabus, sir, we can decode from this? So if you look at NCERT only, I am listing out, there is a chapter called National Income. Sir, why this is kept in the syllabus, sir? Broadly to understand, most of us are hearing some word, developed country, developing country, least developed country, something like that. Have you heard? Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, Amrut Kal, Viksit Bharat, and our Honorable Prime Minister's favorite quote, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, Sabka Vinash. No, Sabka Vinash is not there. So, why this chapter is kept in the UPSC syllabus, sir? What is income? What is national income? What is per capita income? What is disposable income? What is GDP? What is GNP? What is NNP? Simply, whether we are developing or not. How do we measure our development? There should be some criteria. So, how do we generate the wealth? How that wealth is measured? Whether wealth is there only in the hands of some people? Whether wealth is redistributed to all? Whether government is taking enough steps to achieve this? While we were studying 10th class social, our social madam told India was a developing country. At present, India is still a developing country. So by 2047, we are aiming to become developed nation. Why? What is stopping? What we have to do? That is the basic of the chapter. Okay? Then one more favorite chapter for examiner is inflation. Regularly in the newspaper, every month 12th and 14th, you are going to come across an index called WPI, CPI, RBI, monetary policy, repo rate, reverse repo rate. Some interest rates are there. So what is happening to prices? What are different types of goods? Consumer price index, wholesale price index, sleeping inflation, running inflation, jumping inflation, galloping inflation, hyperinflation, which means why prices are changing. What is demand side reason? What is supply side reason? What are the measures taken by the government? How different people in the society are impacted because of price rise. That's the basic theme of this chapter. Don't worry, all of them I'm going to cover in detail. I'm just giving the overview of the syllabus from NCERT for UPSC. Then one more very interesting chapter, evolution of money and something called monetary policy. Which means in NCERT, if you look at why originally there was no money, why barter system started, From there, animal money started, token money started, legal tender money, cryptocurrency, central bank digital currency. Why can't RBI print how much money they want? Why can't government give a printing machine to all of us? Why all this, sir? Suppose next government is saying intintiki currency printing pathakam. For every family, we'll give a currency printing machine. How nice it will be. Why can't we do that, sir? We are going to understand the evolution of money, how money is being impacted. Then apart from this, if you look at one more chapter, banking and RBI. All of us are having bank accounts. Why do you go to bank? What are the different types of deposits available? What are the different types of loans are available? How to take loans and cheat the banks? Not the cheat the banks. So how banks are facing problems? So bank mergers, acquisition, consolidation, different types of loans, securities. This year prelims question came, RTGS, NEFT, how RTGS services are there, payment and settlement systems, PhonePe, Google Pay. If you look at how the financial transactions are happening, individual to individual, individual to organization, individual to society. That's the purpose of the chapter called banking. One of examiner's favorite topic in prelims is financial market. Have you heard about something called stock market? Every day in the Hindu newspaper, headlines, top left side headlines, bullish market, bearish market, Sensex, Nifty, shares, bonds, mutual funds, investment. So I would consider for clearing prelims, this is the first block, foundation step. So if you're thorough with these concepts, it will create a foundation. When you do the newspaper, you will understand. For example, India has emerged as 4th largest economy in the world by touching $4.3 trillion of GDP. If you know the basic concept of national income, you can make it, oh nice, we are producing more goods and services. There is so much demand for our goods and services. We are creating this much wealth. RBI is saying, we are reducing interest rates because inflation is under control. Okay, overall prices are coming down in the market. So people are okay to buy the goods and services. Suppose RBI is introducing central bank digital currency, e-rupee. Why is that they are bringing it? Why are we moving towards digitization? Why is cash economy is coming down? So that is the basic essence. Once again I am saying, examiner is not interested in a specialist. You are not preparing for MA economics. You are just understanding what is happening in the society from a common man perspective. Nobody is testing your economics academic knowledge. No. Just as a common man, how will you understand these concepts? This I will consider first block in NCERT economy. What is the second block, sir, apart from this? Second block from NCERT books itself, it is clearly mentioned, taxation, fiscal policy and budgeting. This year, 5 questions came from only this particular block. They asked, interesting trend is observed from this year in economy. They gave numbers and they're asking the answer. Earlier they used to ask what is fiscal deficit, what is primary deficit, what is effective revenue deficit, what is current account, what is capital account. This year in the first time in the prelims, what they have done, they gave a number. Oh, this is expenditure, this is revenue, how much is the deficit. Which means they don't want somebody who is by-hearting the definitions and the formulas. They want someone who is understanding what is the meaning of it. 5 questions came only from this block in this year prelims. So what is capital account? What is revenue account? What is budget? Why budget is prepared? What is budget? What is economic survey? So what is interim budget? What is the procedure in the budget? What is consolidated fund? What is contingency fund? How budget is prepared? Fiscal policy, finance commission, deficits, types of deficit financing, all this. Once this is over, you will come across any government policy scheme. You will come across any government announcement, you will be able to make out, oh, what is happening. Freebies. Have you heard about freebies? Talliko vandanamena. So, double isarante account lo. So, what is the impact of this welfare policy? Free bus service for women. అమ్మాయిలందరికీ ఉచిత బస్. మరి అబ్బాయిలు ఏం చేయాలి? అమ్మాయిలాగా డ్రెస్ వేసుకొని వెళ్ళిపోవాలి అంతే. I mean, can we really sustain this freebie policies or not? Really, can we sustain this for long run? How long you keep on giving money to the public? Do you really think transferring money to public account is called as development? How government gets income? Taxes every day, direct taxes, indirect taxes, income tax, corporate tax, wealth tax, gift tax, GST. In fact, opposition parties are criticizing the ruling party. In India, taxes are like England, but services are like Somalia. Did you understand? In India, taxes are like England, but services are like Somalia. So why our government is so failure? Or tomorrow when you become an IRS officer, direct taxes, when you become IRS officer, indirect taxes, how will you use the tax revenues for the welfare of the public? Obviously, taxpayers' money only. This is the second block. Third block, which is mentioned in NCERT, external sector, where we'll come across open economy, closed economy, international trade, so FTA, CECA, CEPA, international economic organizations, IMF, World Bank, WTO. One question came this year, prelims also based on World Bank and World Bank Group, IBRD. So agriculture, industry, specifically in the mains, not there in NCERT, but it is mentioned in GS paper 3 main syllabus. Planning, Niti Yog, infrastructure, services, not there in NCERT, specifically mentioned in UPSC GS main 3 syllabus. Apart from that, one more block is there, which we are going to cover from NCERT books, poverty, unemployment chapter. Because if you don't study properly in Ashok Nagar, finally you have to experience one chapter. A real life experience will come. What is that chapter, sir? Poverty, unemployment. That's why before itself they are telling in the UPSC, be careful. We should not be impacted by this. We should help so many people to get out of this. Do you understand? So in NCERT syllabus, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all these topics, basic terminology I am going to explain. So by the time we complete all this terminology, when you read a terminology in the newspaper, you will understand, oh, very simple, this much only. Clear? So this is the code structure of NCERT Economy Foundation class. So I will be posting the NCERT Economy gist also, don't worry, in Telegram group that I told, but not now, at the end of the course. Why, sir? NCERT Economy gist also I will be posting in this Telegram group called IAS Educare Economy folder. Not in the first class, last class. Why, sir? We are so much dependent on technology that we are not using our human brain, unfortunately. Too much busy in smartphones and iPhone, we are forgetting something which is more powerful called our brain. Yes? No ready-made notes is a replacement to your handwritten notes. No ready-made notes is a replacement to your handwritten notes. Why should we have our notes, sir? To revise the terms in a most concise way just before the exam. At the end of each topic also, try to make a revision notes. Okay?